Listen. When the trash takes itself out, let it. Cheers to the season of shedding. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite auntie uncle. It's your favorite pirate captain. It's your favorite goddess king. It's your favorite hood healer, high priestess, motivational dominatrix, LadySpeech in the place to be, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world, and you're also choosing to share a little bit of time and space with me. So thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with all of everything I'm putting down over here. Now, let's hop into today's video, shall we? When the trash takes itself out, let it. When the trash takes itself out, let it. When the trash takes itself out, let it. Don't fight it. First and foremost, I apologize for looking rough. I just came out of the gym, but Spirit put a word on my heart to speak to y'all today, inspired by something I just had to do. So we ain't gonna wait for hair and makeup. We ain't gonna wait for glam. We just gonna get it all the way out. When Spirit motivates someone who is toxic, who doesn't mean you well, who puts you in harm's way due to their choices. When Spirit motivates someone who is not contributing to your world in any way, shape, or form. When Spirit motivates someone who is not interested in growing, who is not interested in healing, who is not interested in being a better person. When Spirit motivates someone like this to leave your world, let them. Let them. Let them. I don't want to take up all your time. I just want to take up a little bit of your time. Let me share a testimony with you. Let me share a testimony with you. Let me share a testimony with you. When I was younger, due to my abandonment issues, I would hang on for dear life to every relationship. It didn't matter if it was healthy or not. It didn't matter if it was toxic or not. I couldn't bear to let a relationship go. I would put everything on the line for the most toxic relationships ever. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to let folks go. It was hard for me to let folks go when I was younger. And like I said, that had everything to do with my abandonment issues. But over the years, I have healed. Over the years, I've taken a deep dive into my codependency issues. Over the years, I have worked with therapists, I've worked with counselors, I've worked with healers. Over the years, I've worked with gurus, guides, priests, priestesses, shaman, to work on my attachment issues. Because that right there, hanging on to toxic people who refuse to do right by you, that right there, hanging on to people who will put you in harm's way and then let you drown, that right there. Continuing to feed people who act like black holes. You just throw love, you throw resources, you throw goodness into them, and they just suck it on up and never return anything. That right there is not a good lifestyle. It's not a good lifestyle. It's not a good lifestyle. When the trash takes itself out, let it. Lean into the loss. Lean into the loss. Lean into the loss. Because I'm going to tell you something. A friendship died today for me. It died. It's done. 20 years. Done. And you know what? It needed to be done. It needed to be done. This person and I are moving in two different directions. And we've actually been moving in two different directions for 15 years. I'd say longer than that. I'd say for 17 years. I'd say 17 years. It is time for us to exit stage right. It is time for us to put a fork in it because it is done. It is time for us to say goodbye. Cheers to the season of shedding. It's the end of 2022, baby. I'm not taking no extra baggage into the new year with me. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not. I want to remind you that everybody doesn't want to get well. Everybody doesn't want to heal. Everybody doesn't want to advance. Everybody doesn't want to grow. Everybody doesn't want to become better than they were before. That's not everybody's goal. That's not everybody's goal. Sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you are in a relationship with, you love somebody so much, a friendship, a family relationship, a romantic relationship, a coworker. You find yourself in a relationship where you love somebody so much, but you have to sink into the fact that they haven't grown and they're not interested in growing. And there comes a point where that's going to come up in the relationship and you're going to have to make a decision about that. And if you don't make the decision, sometimes they'll make the decision. You know, I'm saying goodbye to a friendship that hasn't poured into me in over 15 years. And this has been a 20-year friendship. I'm saying goodbye to a friendship that they don't match energy, and that all of the love, all of the goodness I've given to them, they don't match that. And I'm not in any way saying that they haven't given me good energy over the years, but they don't match it. They haven't given me the equivalent. They haven't given me the equal. I'm saying goodbye to a friendship that I kept hanging on to due to trauma that we all helped each other through early in the friendship. And due to the nature of the trauma, I didn't want to let this person go, because I knew that if I let them go, they didn't have a lot of support. But here's the thing, that's not my responsibility. And I've absolutely reached my limit. I've absolutely reached my limit. I'm in a place where I am consistently focused on my growth, consistently focused on healing, consistently focused on improving. And everybody in my inner circle is on the same ish. I'm in a situation where I'm very aware of my problematic tendencies. I'm very aware of the problematic things inside of me, and I'm actively working on them. I'm in a place where I help my friends, my family help me by paying attention to the things that they say to me and listening to their sage and good advice. I'm in a position where I consistently make good decisions. I'm human. I make my mistakes, but I'm consistently making good decisions based off of critical thinking skills, based off my learned experience, based off of the fact that I have a future, a very bright future that I'm working towards building. The season between my friend and I is officially over. And I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. Due to nostalgia. Due to attachment to old memories. I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. And you know what? Spirit took care of it for me. Spirit motivated that person to talk all kinds of crazy to me. Spirit motivated that person to show me a face, a side of them that was ugly. So ugly that I couldn't stand to look at it no more. Spirit motivated them to let me know that it was time to exit stage right, because they're going left. Spirit let me know this morning that today was the day that my life was about to change for the good. Spirit told me today was the day, and this season is the season of shedding. And there are some things that I had to let go of. And let me tell you something, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad I did. Because I know Spirit has something good for me. I know Spirit has something good for me. How do I know Spirit got something good for me? I'll tell you. Every single time I am tasked with sacrificing a relationship, a situation, every single time Spirit takes something from me, especially if I was just holding on to it for dear life, every time Spirit does this, I end up getting a replacement gift in the form of a better situation, in the form of better relationships, in the form of something bigger and better than what it is that spirit, that universe took from me. Listen, I already gave up. When I moved to Ohio a year ago, I already gave up a friendship that meant the world to me. And I gave up that friendship because it was no longer appropriate for me to be in it, because it was the season for that friendship to end, because I didn't have anything good to contribute to them no longer, and they hadn't been contributing to me. As painful as that was, as much as I didn't want to let that go, fast forward a year and some change later, and I am seeing the evidence of that healing bloom in my life. The people who are coming into my life, I know, is a direct result of me removing that toxic person from my life. This friendship is going to do the same. It is going to be composted in my life, and it is going to be fuel and soil for my beautiful, healing, and healthy relationships, not only that I have now, but that is coming into my life. Baby, sometimes when the trash takes itself out, that is the biggest blessing that spirit, that universe, that your whole entire team has for you. When the trash takes itself out, let it. When toxic people remove themselves from your life, let them. When people who don't mean you well decide to exit stage right, stage left, let them go with a standing ovation. When people who have proven that they ain't trying to pour into you, they ain't trying to love you, they ain't trying to match your energy when it comes to pouring goodness back into you, let them go, baby. Because something better is coming. When you let them go, you make room for fabulousness to appear. When you let them go, you clear the way for good things to be delivered onto you. I dodged a bullet today. Well, actually, can I really say that? Because I was been messing with that bullet for 20 years. Maybe I should say I stopped playing with the gun today. Today, Spirit motivated someone to grant us both liberation by leaving my life. And all I have to say to that is peace. And to the person I'm letting go, I loved you. I loved you well for 20 years. And you know what? I still love you. And I'm gonna love you forever. However, loving you does not mean you get the right to put me in harm's way. Loving you does not mean I'm gonna forfeit my good sense and stay around when someone isn't gonna pour into me. Loving you does not mean I'm gonna put up with the abuse that you put up with. Loving you does not mean that you get to stay in my life in the midst of all your toxicity. I will love you forever. But this is the part where we part ways. This is the part where we acknowledge our season has ended. This is the part where I let you take yourself out. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for pulling the trigger when I wouldn't. Because I should have. I should have pulled this trigger a very long time ago, but I didn't. I didn't because of the last of that codependency, and I did it because of the last of that trauma that we shared. But we're done now. Thank you. Thank you for everything. You've been to me. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I don't regret loving you. I don't regret pouring into you. I don't regret anything that I gave to you because it came from a place of goodness. It came from a place of love. But you never loved me like I loved you. You never poured into me like I poured into you. You've never supported me like I've supported you. You've never uplifted me like I've uplifted you. I see that now. I let that happen because for so long I didn't understand how worthy I was of being loved actively. I let that happen because for so long my definition of love was off. But I know better now. I've healed into better now. So that means I'm going to do better now. And this is where I get off this train. So to this person, I love you. I live you. Thank you. And goodbye. Goodbye. I pray you have a beautiful and healing life. But I'm no longer a part of it, and I'm no longer concerned. Like I said, when the trash takes itself out, let it. Lean into the loss, because it means Spirit's got something bigger and better waiting for you in the horizon. All right, y'all. That's that on that. I didn't want to take up all your time. I just want to take up a little bit of your time. I had a word on my heart today. Came out the gym and Spirit was like, talk your shit. Talk your ish. Say what you got to say. Come off the top of the dome, baby. And I'm glad I did. This conversation was cathartic. I hope this reaches whoever it needs to reach. I hope that you are able to gain something from this video. I hope that this has inspired someone to let the trash take itself out. Because, baby, that's a gift. That's a gift. That's a gift from the gods. That's a gift from the spirits. That's a gift from the ancestors. That's a gift. So take it. All right? All right. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. That, my friends, is valuable currency, and I value that, okay? I value that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Now, just in case no one has reminded you today, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of healthy, active, healing love. You are worthy of love that cherishes you and is active in your life. You are worthy of that. You are worthy of that. Not because you've accomplished a bunch of things, not because you do a bunch of things. It's simply because you exist. You're worthy of that. Remember that. Demand that. Command that. All right? All right. Now, you know the drill. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with all of my shenanigans and happenings and goings-ons and things. All right? All right. Now, it's time for me to say goodbye. And God, Goddess, Creator, Lawa, Orisha, Guardian, Angel, Spirit, Guides, willing, I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.